started counting calories, probably as an outlet for minor control issues, but it gradually developed into an obsession in high school. I started weighing myself and reading nutrition articles like a madwoman. I collected data on my food intake, energy output, weight, measurements, and body fat percentage as if I was the subject of my own science experiment. I had a food scale, heart rate monitor, and became a master at eyeballing serving sizes. Time and commitment had me with a slender, sculpted, fitness model status body, six-pack and all. To everyone, I was a healthy superwoman role model. To everyone, I was what healthy looked like. What they didn't know is that I lost my period, offset my hormone levels, and was actually still not happy with my body. To me, there was always room for improvement, but in actuality, I was perfectly fine before all of this madness. 4 years of high school and 4 years of obsessive calorie counting passed before I discovered it was disordered eating, and I was on the verge of orthorexia nervosa, also known as an unhealthy obsession with healthy eating. I was terrified by this realization, the realization of how much time and effort I put into meeting standards so arbitrary, but also the realization that everyone around me was supporting this behavior. It's what healthy looks like nowadays. And when I started learning more, I discovered just how weight-obsessed our world is. The weight loss industry topped $315 billion in 2013 alone. And it's no wonder that companies in this space remain profitable, considering we really know nothing about how to lose weight. Scientific studies have shown that 95% of diets fail, and most will regain the lost weight and more in 1 to 5 years. Most fad diets aren't based on science at all. In fact, very little of what we believe about weight loss is actually based on research. Our use of body mass index, or BMI, is a perfect example. On a night in June 1998, 29 million Americans were suddenly classified as overweight due to the new BMI standards. The research that led up to the change failed to stratify populations or identify confounding variables. The result? A set of guidelines ignoring body composition, body fat percentage, and numerous other confounding variables that make the difference when talking about health. In fact, the data from the studies took 1.4 million subjects comparing BMI and mortality and found the BMI with the lowest rate of mortality to actually be 25 to 26, which, by the new standards, is considered to be overweight. Now, I must address the very end of the spectrum. Despite the inaccuracy of the BMI claims from the NIH Obesity Task Force, they found a statistically significant relationship between mortality and BMI in the range of morbidly obese. The data indicates it's in the best interest for a certain group to lose weight, yes. But today, I'm talking to the general population, who suffers from disordered body-sensitive behaviors and a fear of fat due to our society's obsession with weight. This obsession leads to disordered eating and exercise, size discrimination, and social anxiety. According to Glamour magazine, 97% of women feel hatred toward their bodies at least once a day. 68% of college-aged males feel they have too little muscle. 75% of women report disordered eating. Our drive to achieve popularly conceived ideas of health actually lead us to unhealthy behaviors. Weight cycling, or the process of repeatedly losing and gaining weight, has been linked to increased inflammation and subsequently a higher risk for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and cardiovascular disease. All in all, our obsession with weight is dangerous and unhealthy. Let's not forget about size discrimination. According to a recent study from Yale University, weight or height discrimination is as prevalent as rates of racial discrimination, especially among women. We allow this to continue, assuming it will encourage people to get active and start eating healthier. However, fat shaming does not result in weight loss. A recent long-term study from UCLA found that young girls who were called fat by someone close to them at the age of 10 were actually more likely to become obese later in life. The way we allow this to continue harms all of us. Fat shaming and the perpetuation of size discrimination leave everyone in fear of being perceived as fat, lazy, or stupid because of their size. This is particularly dangerous among children and adolescents who are still developing a sense of self. It's no coincidence that 40% of newly identified cases of anorexia are in young girls between the ages of 15 and 19. Now, I want to be clear. I'm by no means endorsing couch sitting and Netflix binging. What I am saying is that one can have fat on their bodies according to current standards and still be healthy. It requires eating nourishing foods, living an active life, and developing a good relationship with your body. That's whole body wellness. So today, I have a message for all the 10-year-olds out there who are just learning, like I did at that age, what a calorie is. 1, live by nutrition guidelines, not by rules. Our society is inundated with messages of how we should be eating, and we've lost our intuitive touch. We no longer eat when we're hungry, recognize when we're full, or take time to enjoy our foods. Instead, we count calories, weigh our food, restrict whatever Pinterest told us to, and devour what we are allowed to eat. The answer to the madness? Guidelines, not rules. If you're actually dying to have that brownie, eat it, love it, and notice how it makes your body feel. Next time, you might be surprised by your desire for a more nourishing option. The best guidance I've found comes from nutritionist Linda Bacon. Enjoy a variety of real foods, primarily fruits and vegetables. 2, embrace physical activity. The benefits of regular exercise are innumerable and will last throughout your life. That's why so many of us drag ourselves to the elliptical to get our fill for the week. However, few actually take time to find what kinds of exercise they actually enjoy. Team sports, swimming, hiking, dancing, horseback riding. Finding activities that you enjoy doing without needing to see a calorie burn count on the screen is pivotal to developing a real appreciation for your body. Live an active life in the day-to-day. Take walks, take the stairs, get off the bus stop early, or park further away than you need to get some extra movement in. By not limiting what we allow ourselves to do, movement can be a freeing element to a new life of wellness. 3, find peace with your body. Most people with body image issues or a desire to lose weight have subconscious ulterior motives. Love, respect, appreciation, or all of the above are the lights at the other end of the weight loss tunnel. The goal is to identify the underlying problem and address it appropriately, understanding that losing weight will not solve deeper emotional issues. Finding peace with your body is a process. It can't be found in a 3-day cleanse or a boot camp fitness class, and it certainly won't happen overnight. It requires stamina, skepticism, and support. In a society that mercilessly bombards us with messages capitalizing on our insecurity, we must create our own yardsticks to measure ourselves by. Let's make them out of body respect and appreciation with our focus on whole body wellness. In a world where the opposite messages are ingrained in us from the start, this is certainly no easy task. So now I have a message for the rest of us. Be a skeptic and teach others to do the same. Read reputable health information and dig. Question the stories you read, ask questions, and demand answers. And please don't buy into the tweets from celebrities who are losing weight by drinking lemon water, agave, and cayenne pepper. Listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel after workouts and after meals. What makes you feel on top of the world, and what makes you want to crawl under a rock and never come out? Pay attention to these cues. The human body was built to keep us at our natural weight. So notice when it gets hungry and pay attention to when you're full. Move when you're feeling sluggish and rest when you're exhausted. Enjoy life. We have limited time and emotional energy, so why spend it on stressful and useless things like logging calories or watching the numbers on the scale? Spend this time enjoying food with friends and family, playing outside, and noticing your body's responses to food and exercise. Yes, pay attention to your health, but do it from a place of compassion, not shame or hatred. Today, I have a newfound relationship with food, a love of exercise for me, not my appearance, and a confidence that could not have been found through any number on a scale. Today, I'm a fitness instructor, wellness ambassador, and personal trainer, trying to help others find that same freedom. You can have health at any size, and our society's obsession with weight is too often detrimental to the goal of real health and wellness. So go out, Smash your bathroom scale on the front lawn, delete those calorie counting apps, figure out what you're actually trying to achieve, and enjoy the life you deserve to live, full of movement, nourishing foods, and body peace. Thank you.